My great and wonderful people, how on a day. I tell you, this one has this a really interesting fact about what is really happening in the palace of Ile Ife. And I'm not really surprised any longer. I don't feel surprised if I see this coming because I've already seen it coming. I've been hitting about it, saying, Kabiyesi, if you keep on allowing these Oloris with the immunity that they have in the kingdom of Ile Ife, they will actually use it to put Ooni of Ile Ife in trouble one day. They will use it to put Ooni of Ile Ife in trouble. So my people, like say, you guys should sit tight because we learned that yes, some crying wailers in the palace of Ile Ife and grandmas, they are really shedding a lot of tears presently now because the condition that has been given to them in that palace of Ile Ife is something that they, I feel that is actually what they came to the palace to enjoy, and you are taking it off them in that palace of Ile Ife. They will not accept it, and they are really crying bitterly presently now. So my people, by the report I've gathered so far from the Odua press and also the other Yoruba bloggers and my source close to the palace of Ile Ife, we just learned that yes, Kabiyesi has stripped Gospel and Igbe of the immunity they have in the palace of Ile Ife. He has actually stripped them of the immunity they have in the palace of Ile Ife. And you guys should calm down. Let me really state it out the way we actually got this information. We learned that this afternoon, if you remember, Igbe and Gospel was actually missing in the palace of Ile Ife when the DSS team got to the palace of Ile Ife. And they didn't give concrete reason why they were leaving the palace of Ile Ife. And we learned that Kabiyesi was supposed to go to Lagos today because he was invited by Oba Elegushi. But unfortunately, Kabiyesi has been waiting for these two Oloris to come back to the palace of Ile Ife because he is not comfortable any longer with the way they disappear from the palace of Ile Ife and come back without proper protocol. So we just learned that yes, so our grandmas are back in the palace of Ile Ife, but they never knew that Kabiyesi was still waiting for them in the palace of Ile Ife. Kabiyesi was patient, still waiting for these Oloris inside the palace of Ile Ife. So we learned why they actually got to their Olori quarter. Kabiyesi did not wait. The PA did not wait. He went around, called all the Oloris from their quarter, and both Igbe and Gospel, that their presence are needed at the palace of Ile Ife. We learned that when they actually got there, these other Oloris actually knew the reason. They don't actually know the reason why Kabiyesi was calling them again, but yes, we learned that yes, the only person that wasn't in the palace at that particular time when these Oloris, the only two people that were in the palace at that particular time when this Igbe and Gospel, when this invitation was given to all of them to come into the palace of Ile Ife, we learned that the light of Oletik, the vibe of the palace of Ile Ife, wasn't present in the palace. We learned that Ebony was absent in the palace of Ile Ife, but Blue and Dr. Lizzie Okpoluwa was in the palace of Ile Ife. Why Kabiyesi ordered the guards to make sure they call all the other Oloris. So we just learned that yes, Kabiyesi really shocked the Oloris today. He really placed them in their place in that palace of Ile Ife. So my people, I say you guys should sit tight. So if this is your first time actually listening to me, do it to like and share and also subscribe on your notification because you know what I do on Hodges. I give you every rumors making out on social and the yemu out there. So we just learned that yes, Kabiyesi has really asked the Oloris, Igbe and Gospel, where did they go to? What was their mission? They left the palace because Kabiyesi has gone through the CCTV cameras to know the particular time when these Oloris actually left the palace. They say it was 4:15 in the early hours of the morning, 4:15, without a notice that they were going to somewhere. Without nothing, they left the palace of Ile Ife. And again, presently now, Kabiyesi has really called them to tell them the main reason why he actually invited them to the palace of Ile Ife. He said, from today henceforth, their immunity in that palace of Ile Ife has really been cut off. We learned immediately Kabiyesi mentioned that there was panic in the palace of Ile Ife. A total panic. The palace of Ile Ife. Because everybody started grumbling inside the palace of Ile Ife because it was in the presence of the elder. Gospel and Igbe has been stripped of their immunity in that palace of Ile Ife. I tell you, let me really read what immunity covers. You don't go out with the staff that actually makes you an Oloris in the palace of Ile Ife. You don't have any staff any longer. You don't have palace security guard. That means the Ifa that actually goes out with you and the normal security that goes out with you that are being taken care of by Kabiyesi, you don't have them any longer. The vehicles that are from the palace of Ile Ife that are owned by Ooni, that are even any vehicle that is inside the palace of Ile Ife, they don't have access to any of the vehicle any longer inside the palace of Ile Ife. I tell you, this one has really broken the camel's back presently now, because there is total confusion in the palace of Ile Ife. All the Oloris are all staring at themselves because they are living in disbelief presently now, knowing that Kabiyesi can easily take this bold step and this measure in the palace of Ile Ife. So, my people, you guys should do well. Go down to the comment section, put your own opinion as you deem fit. Did I tell you this pepper dender season is about to go down still in that palace of Ile Ife? So we learned that, yes, so Gospel and Igbi has really gone down on their knees, shedding a lot of tears presently now. Say they had an important event that they were actually organizing for children. That was why they left the palace of Ile Ife that early. We learned that Kabiyesi has asked them, where is the location of the event? We learned that immediately Kabiyesi asked where there was the location of the event, this is both Olori, we are actually quiet, staring at themselves in confusion. So I tell you, this one has really shown that these Oloris, they will go far and wide to make sure that Mami Tadenikawo does not come back to the palace of Ile Ife. They will do their voodoos, do their jazz and every other thing. We learned that Dr. Lizzie Okpoluwa was just staring at them. Blue was filled with a lot of smile. She was actually excited that, yes, these Oloris, they may likely be kicked out of the palace of Ile Ife, and she will have her own grant to know how to manage the palace of Ile Ife. So, my people, I tell you, Kasala, hey, I tell you, the Wahala in the palace of Ile Ife is totally on pro-mass level this time around. We learned that, yes, Igbe and Gospel has actually been on their knees crying all this while, crying bitterly, in pain, begging Kabiyesi. Kabiyesi has said, tell me the location where you went to prepare things for children so that I will send people to investigate. I will just call. But they don't actually have a particular place. So you can imagine people that Kabiyesi brings inside the palace of Ile Ife. Kabiyesi is no longer safe in that palace of Ile Ife. Ojaja II is no longer safe with these Oloris in the palace of Ile Ife. But my joy, presently now, they say they have been stripped of their immunity in the palace of Ile Ife. It has been suspended for now. They cannot enjoy this royalty, everything that other Oloris can enjoy in that palace of Ile Ife. They have been stripped of it. So we learn that, yes, our crying wailers in the palace, our grandmas, they are totally in tears in the palace of Ile Ife. So my subscribers and my returning subscribers, you guys are the really MVP. So I say thank you very much.